Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for returning to your seats. We're going to begin the afternoon program, and we're so honored and privileged to have a special guest with us among so many other special guests, representatives, senators, state agency leaders from DEEP and other agencies. But we're really very thankful to have a very special guest. Our Lieutenant Governor is here with us today. But I just wanted to start by taking one moment to thank once again all of the staff, all of the board members, all of you, and particularly Lori Brown, who have put this event together year after year with such success. So can we all just do one round of applause for them? So thank you. About a year ago today, Governor Ned Lamont stood on this very stage and made a very profound commitment to clean, renewable energy and the environment. He said that he was going to view everything in his administration through an environmental lens, and I think he has done so much to achieve that in just 1 year. His team, the Lamont Bysiewicz team, has made a commitment to clean, renewable energy, and that's the energy in the room today. It's all clean and renewable, by the way. A lot of good energy. And he's kept that commitment. He did that in his first year. He appointed a very progressive, environmentally conscious DEEP commissioner, who's obviously leading the way based on her comments earlier today and all of the actions that DEEP has taken this past year. And we're so pleased to have the Lieutenant Governor here, also a leader on the environment. She's been a champion on so many different issues for small businesses, for our veterans here in the state, for voting rights and fairness. And I always like to think, where you sit is where you stand. And Susan's background is she was raised by immigrant parents in Middletown, Connecticut, and raised on a farm. And I think it was probably being raised on that farm that taught her the values of protection of open space, clean air, clean water. Those are the values she shares with us. She fights for those causes, and that's why I'm so honored to, on behalf of the League, to introduce her and have her join us today. Susan, thank you.
Adam, thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone. It is wonderful to be here with all of you. Lori, I want to thank you and the League for all you do on behalf of our environment and our planet's future. I know that earlier you heard from Commissioner Katie Dykes, and I just want to say that she's a rock star. I hope you agree with me that she is an awesome commissioner. Governor Lamont and I feel so lucky to have someone who is so committed to clean energy, conservation, and protecting Connecticut's environment. I am sorry I couldn't have been here for the youth panel that you have, but the governor and I have been so impressed with the way young people and our young leaders have been stepping up and making their mark. And I'd just like to say that Lori Brown, Commissioner Dykes, and I are looking forward to working with all of you because we're going to be doing a youth environmental summit. The state will sponsor it, and we'll invite the League to be a partner, and we look forward to working with all of you so that we can get young people's efforts amplified in our state, because we think that is really important. So first, let me start by saying that Governor Lamont and I are committed to ensuring that Connecticut remains a national leader on climate action. As of today, the governor and I have been on the job 1 year and 5.5 days. And in that short time, with your help and with our legislative partners, we've been able to take some really significant steps to combat the existential threat of climate change. And those things include ensuring that our state's communities are resilient, as resilient as possible to rising sea levels and increasingly powerful storms, while setting very bold goals to reduce Connecticut state government's carbon footprint. We think we in state government should be leading by example. And we've committed our state to transitioning to 100% clean energy by 2040. And just know that I regularly elbow the governor and say, but if we got there by 2030 or sooner, that would be good, right? All right. So, in a major step toward meeting that 2040 goal, earlier this year, DEEP announced that Vineyard Wind will develop a new offshore wind project, which is the largest renewable energy project ever for our state. And once complete, this historic 804 megawatt offshore wind project will constitute roughly 14% of our state's power needs. So we are continuing to think big when it comes to protecting our environment. And with a stunning lack of leadership coming from the White House, and not just lack of leadership, backward movement on the environment in the face of this global threat, Governor Lamont is stepping up and working with other Northeastern governors to collaborate and develop regional strategies to address this pressing issue. So I want you to know that he regularly meets with our neighbors who are governors in our surrounding states. They are members of both parties, and we think this bipartisan work is important to making real progress. So as we seek to make Connecticut a healthier and more sustainable place, we want to thank all of you for your efforts and know that the governor and I are your strong partners, and I hope that you will call on us to work with you and to collaborate, and we look forward to continuing our very productive work together. Thank you so much, and it's an honor to represent each of you every day in Hartford. Thank you.